Beautiful Hilton Coliseum. Seating capacity about 14,000. Sold out today. And as we look at the team standings, with the victory in the first match today, Iowa would clinch the title. Iowa State currently second. Oklahoma is third. Oklahoma State is fourth. Our first match in the 118-pound class, the lowest weight class, will feature a man from Iowa, Barry Davis, against a man from Iowa State. His opponent will be Kevin Darkus, and this will be the third time these two men have met this season. Davis was the winner on both prior occasions and also defeated Darkus once last year, so he is 3 for 3 in this particular individual matchup.
These cross-state rivals have wrestled so many times that they know each other's styles very well, so it may be tough to score some points in this match.
No scoring thus far. The first period in collegiate wrestling is of 3 minutes duration. The second period, 2 minutes, and then the third and final period, 2 minutes. Davis and Darkus, both sophomores, and outside the circle they go, so they'll begin anew in the stand-up position. Barry Davis, a terrific season. He had a mark of 45-1 this year. Darkus was 27-4-3.
Both men have tried for little single legs. They haven't gotten good penetration, haven't had good shots. There's a good one by Kevin Darkus. He's in good position. He could score from here.
But Davis able to stave him off. And the first period remains scoreless.
Kevin should have converted on that. He had real good position, had that single leg up in the air, wasn't able to bring Barry Davis down to the mat for the 2-point takedown.
And after moving outside the circle, we start again. Davis and Darkus in the 118-pound class. We're at Iowa State, but a big contingent has come over from Iowa. So there'll be a lot of cheering for both men. And that might have scored some points, but they were out of bounds.
That was a body lock. And Davis tried to hip throw. Kevin Darkus wasn't able to get good penetration, wasn't able to get his hips across. Here's another single leg. Davis is in real good position. He's got to bring Kevin Darkus down to the mat. Darkus is doing a good job keeping balance. Davis can either pick Darkus up or trip him back down. He's going to go for the trip, it looks like.
Excellent work thus far by Darkus to stave off any scoring. Still nothing in the first period. And there's the takedown, the first scoring of the match. 2 points on the takedown for Barry Davis of the University of Iowa.
1 minute. The first 2 points are very, very important now. To get that early momentum, to get that early lead is very significant. Puts you on the offense, your opponent on the defense.
Darkus standing up, trying for the escape. Davis leading 2-0, trying to wrap up the team title for Iowa. And that's a point on the escape for Darkus, his first point. It's now 2-1 in favor of Davis as they go outside the circle.
There's the Iowa State corner with Chris Campbell, assistant coach and world champion.
He's watching his man trying to come from behind in the waning seconds of the first period. And that's the end of the first period. With the score, Barry Davis 2 and Kevin Darkus 1. At first period, we saw Davis with the takedown worth 2 points. Darkus had the escape worth 1 point. And now as we start the second period, a 2-minute period, it is Barry Davis of Iowa in the top position, leading by a point. Davis giving away 3 inches to his opponent in this 118-pound final. Davis 5'2", Darkus is 5 feet 5.
Davis has got to maintain control. He's got to bring Kevin Darkus down to the mat. There he goes.
But outside the circle they go, and they'll bring it back to the middle.
Davis is getting a little bit loose and allowing Kevin Darkus to get up to his feet. That's very dangerous. He may lose him. Could lose him with an escape.
That's what happened in the first period, as Darkus picked up his sole point thus far.
Davis is capable of throwing from this position. An upper body throw is very, very dangerous for Davis because it could score points. Kevin Darkus is very good in the upper body position. There's an illegally locked hands the referee is signaling. Barry Davis was locking his hands with Darkus down on the mat. That's illegal because Davis is in control. When you're in a control position, you can't lock hands except in a pinning combination.
So because of that technical violation, as you look at Iowa coach Dan Gable, a point for Darkus to make the score 2-2. Just about halfway through the second period. Mention the upper body strength of Darkus, Mark. Darkus is an excellent Greco-Roman wrestler. Different form of wrestling where upper body strength really makes a difference.
He sure is. He was voted the outstanding wrestler in the country in Greco-Roman in his high school years. So he's certainly dangerous, and Barry Davis has got to be aware of that, having wrestled him this year a number of times.
Score tied 2-2 in the second period.
Darkus has almost escaped. Barry Davis is holding on there up on a single leg. He wants to keep that leg. He can't afford to give up the point because he'd give up the lead.
Half a minute now remaining in the second period.
They're very close to the edge. They could go out of bounds. I'm sure Davis would like that right now. He's not in good position at all.
They are still in bounds. The score remains tied 2-2.
You can hear the official. The official would like them to work up, not to hang down in the legs.
When they go outside the circle, as you can see, the clock stops. So we have 5 seconds remaining now in the second period. The match tied at this point 2-2.
Set.
Davis starting in the top position. Again, Davis trying to clinch a 5th consecutive team title. We go now to the third and final period, the 118-pound class final. Starting on the top this time is Kevin Darkus of Iowa State. He's wrestling Barry Davis of the University of Iowa. The score tied 2-2 with less than 2 minutes remaining now in the match.
Change of position, 2, 3. Darkus is going to have to start eating away at that riding time. Barry Davis has logged quite a bit of it. He may end up with a point. If you control your opponent for a minute more than he controls you, that's worth a point in collegiate wrestling.
And that would effectively break any tie, as Davis is picking up a large advantage in that department right now. If he has over a minute riding time at the end and it winds up 2-2, as you look at Davis's family, then that riding time point would make the difference.
Both of these wrestlers try and use stand-ups. However, Kevin Darkus is doing a good job using his legs to keep Barry Davis down on the mat.
Darkus in the control position, but Davis now standing up, looking for the escape.
That's the fingers. 1, 2, 3. There's the one.
It is ruled an escape for Davis to make it 3-2 in favor of the man from Iowa. He's trying to clinch the team title for the Hawkeyes.
There's a single leg, a snatch single. Davis is trying to control Kevin Darkus, trying to bring him down to the mat. Darkus has been very good at defensing from this position.
Darkus flipping away his headgear. It was coming loose.
Let's improve it.
Davis leading 3-2.
Let's improve it. It's Davis's responsibility to bring his opponent to the mat.
And he does. That's a takedown to make it 5-2. And there's an escape for Darkus to make it 5-3 as they roll out of bounds. So a 2-point lead right now for Davis of Iowa.
Kevin Darkus is going to have to get some momentum going. There's a 2-point takedown and back up for 1-point escape. Darkus knows he's got to get another takedown to win.
That makes it 6-5 in favor of Davis. And out of bounds they go with only 2 seconds remaining. Smart move, I think, by Davis. He allowed Darkus to have that takedown, knowing he had the riding time advantage were the match to have wound up in a tie. He would have won. And there it is. That's the end of the match. Davis wins it at 118 pounds, and the University of Iowa has clinched a 5th consecutive national championship. And a brilliant piece of strategy, Mark, by Davis of Iowa.
Absolutely, Al. Barry controlled the bout all the way through. He didn't give up those back points at the end. He didn't give up the extra takedown.
Here comes the takedown by Darkus to tie the score 5-5. And then Darkus is going to let him escape here, knowing he would need another takedown to pick up the victory. So with a riding time point added in, Davis beats Darkus by a score of 7-5. And Mark is with Davis and Iowa coach Dan Gable.
Barry, congratulations. A great win for yourself and for Iowa.
Yeah, I think Darkus had me kind of planned out this time. He always wanted me to hit a single leg to one side. I hit with a single leg to the other side. He wasn't really expecting. I really caught him off balance after that first takedown. And a couple other moves he almost got me, I kind of hustled out of, and it was great.
Excellent. Congratulations.